What is your name, please?
My name is Ernie Richardson.
My name is Ernie Richardson.
My name is Ernie Richardson.
Only one of these people is the real Ernie Richardson. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Kitty Carlisle, Don Ameche, and Polly Bergen on To Tell the Truth with your host, Bud Collyer.
Thank you, and thank you very much, and welcome once again to Tell the Truth. Brought to you this week by Helene Curtis, makers of fine beauty products, creators of Endon Dandruff Treatment Shampoo, and Helene Curtis Spray Nut, regular and super soft. Panel, will you please open up your envelopes for the first time tonight and take out the affidavit cards and follow along as I read. I, Ernie Richardson, am a Canadian who has become an expert at the old Scottish winter sport of curling. While the terminology of curling might be confusing, the game itself is simple. In curling, a player stands at the hack and slides a 42-pound stone along 138 feet of ice. His object is to land his rock with the aid of his sweepers on the button in the center of the house. A game usually consists of 10 ends. A rink consists of 4 players. I am the skip of my rink. At the International Bonspiel in Scotland last March, we became the curling champions of the world. Signed, Ernie Richardson.
I give up. Who is it?
You give up already.
No, I give up. I mean, you know, yeah.
Well, that proves you certainly weren't confused by the game, which I explained very simply to you.
That's
These three
true.
gentlemen all claiming to be Ernie Richardson, skip of the world's champion curling team. And let's begin this first round with Kitty Carlisle. Kitty?
Thank you.
Well, if you think you've confused me, you have. One of the things that I'd like to ask, number one, is, you say this is a Scottish game. I've seen it played in Switzerland, and the term Bonspiel has a kind of Swiss, German, French thing. Why are these terms in here?
Well, it is, way back it was Dutch, apparently, but, and this would account for the Teutonic background.
Having seen the game, I know that you shove that pot you're carrying down the ice, and then you sweep like mad in front of it. Why? Number two, I'm so sorry.
This is to aid the stone to get to your target.
Number three, why do you sweep in front of it?
To keep the surface of the ice clean.
Would it deflect it even if there was a little snow on it?
Sometimes the ice is a little frosty.
Don?
Well, I want to warn these gentlemen that my knowledge of this game is limitless, so anything I ask, it's not to be held against me. Believe me, I know absolutely nothing about this. I saw a picture in the paper, I believe. Was it recently to do with this curling business? Was that in the paper recently?
Well, there have been pictures recently, yes.
Was it a picture? Probably was a picture of whoever is Mr. Richardson here. Tell me a little bit about the game, will you, number one, please? What does the condition of the ice have anything to do with how fast this thing you send down the field, the line goes? Stone?
Well, yes. Actually, if you can judge the condition of the ice, you can throw the stone the right way, and that's the object. Half of the game is judging the ice better than your opponents.
Half of the game is that?
Well, the winning half.
Tell me something. Can you push another stone out of the way with your own stone going down?
Still number one?
Still, well, number two.
Yes, that's one of the objects.
That's one of the objects.
Right.
Polly.
Well, in other words, this is shuffleboard played with a rock on ice. Number three, would that be sort of like a general, I mean, of course, it's
Yes, it's
shuffleboard
something like shuffleboard, yes.
It is similar to shuffleboard. You hit, in other words, it would be good to hit another rock in front of you, right?
Out of play, yes.
Now, number two, how many, do you get a certain number of chances to, tries to get the rock from where you are into the house, or is it just the first person who gets there wins?
No, you have 8 stones per team.
8 stones per team.
Right.
I see.
Tom?
Ernie Richardson, number 2, can you tell me when Bill McDonald stop being the captain of the Glasgow team?
No.
Can you tell me number 3?
No.
No. When was number 1? When did Bill McDonald stop being the captain of the Glasgow team?
I don't know.
Number 3, can you tell me what the term north of steel means?
No.
Do you know number 2, north of steel?
No.
Number 1, do you happen to know?
No.
Number 1, maybe you could tell me which coast of Scotland Glasgow is on.
It's on the west coast.
Can you tell me what...
Probably can, but we haven't time for it, I'm sorry to say, because our stone has landed on the button and is in the house, and we have to proceed with balloting. So will you kindly mark your ballots, if you will, please? Without consultation, vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Remember, of course, that it's up to you with your vast knowledge of curling now to uncover the real one. Tom, which one did you vote?
I haven't voted for anyone
sorry,
yet.
I thought you had.
Bud, sorry. It's just, I just have to be a complete guess, I guess. I'll take number 2. I couldn't get any information out of anyone.
Kitty?
I didn't have any.
I voted for number 3 because when he said sometimes the ice gets a little frosty, there was an intention and a kind of force behind what he said that made me feel he cared deeply about curling.
Don, what about your vote?
I voted for number 1, Bud, because.
That was forthright and to the point. Thank you, Don. Polly, your vote, please.
I voted for number 3. I guess the women are sticking together tonight. Actually, for 2 reasons. Number 1, the way he said no, which was very Scottish, I thought. And number 2, because he was the only one who said Richardson.
Yeah.
No, he did. He sort of flirted away
Yes, he
as though
did.
he
That's right.
said it for years, which probably means that he just didn't know how to pronounce it correctly. But,
That's what I thought in the beginning.
yeah, so everyone tells me it's the way they say their name.
All righty, even if it isn't Richardson. Well, anyway, we've got our votes in and our minds made up, and if you're playing along at home, as we always express the hope that you are, then let's see how close you come to the truth with us as we find out which one of these gentlemen is the skip of the world's champion curling team. Will the real Ernie Richardson please stand up? Thank you, sir, very much. And the ladies had it. They had the word for it this time. Number 1, would you tell us your real name and what you really do, please?
My name is Carol Bjornsson. I'm representative for Hilmar Rexton, a Norwegian ship owner. I've never seen a curling match in my life.
Well, you can never tell that from the way you handle yourself, both you and number 2. Would you tell us your real name, sir, what you do?
My name is Stanley Owen, and I'm a captain in the U.S. Navy.
Well, we thank you, gentlemen. In checking the score, we find there were exactly 2 incorrect votes at $250 each for a total of $500 from Helene Curtis, and, of course, a gift package of fine beauty products from Helene Curtis for your ladies. Thank you very much for being with us. Happy curling. Good night. Good night.